Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode with me. So, today, what we are going to do is again, same thing that from the journal, I have picked certain parts and I am journaling for the collective Starseeds Lightworkers. This can be used by this material, whatever I'm presenting can be used by any awakening soul. The key is to pick only what resonates with you. Because when I'm journaling, initially, when I was doing the journaling, I was like, what am I even writing? So even I did not know. Most of the things did not even resonate with me. But when, as I started moving along, things started to make sense. And then my angels, my spirit team said that I need to share them, which was like way beyond scary because doing it in your personal diary is something else, and then expressing what you're writing and sharing it with others. I mean, for months I did not come out with these things. So I even did not know that I was writing for the collective. And as I started sharing, and with the comments and the blessings that I have received, I truly feel that I am moving towards the right path. So what do? I usually do a meditation, and when I close my eyes, I see certain visions or images, very slight right now. And then as I move with time, the visions start to become clear. And after the meditation, a little bit of visions, I start writing. And then from there, I choose a certain page or two page, and then I present it to you. So, in today's episode, we'll be doing a collective message. So, I was truly connecting with my grandmother, and I think so. Today's message will be female ancestors because she's passed on. So, for I think collective ancestor messages here from a female. So it can be your grandmother, great great grandmother, anybody you feel connected to. Even if your mother is passed on, then it's from her as well. Second part will be pick a word. In this, you have to, whichever word you feel a pull towards, you have to do that. Okay, so it's like a task. And the third would be a collective reading. So I just take a card from Dinah Cooper's deck, and she has several decks. So I just choose one and one card because I really feel along with words. Visions are powerful, but because I do not work with tarot decks, I really don't know. It's just the picture that I see and the visions I start seeing, I just share them with you. So this is usually now, from now on, the episodes will move on. A message from my journal, pick a word or something else, some activity, it might change, and then a reading. But today, before I start all this, I have a vision to share, a Lyran vision basically. So anybody who connects to Lyran Starseed, before I start all these three parts, I will be sharing the Lyran vision. So only listen to that part if you feel connected. Otherwise, you can move along. I will be leaving those timestamps below. All right. So before I start with my journaling, this is for the Lyran group. If you feel connection to the Lyran Starseed, this vision I wanted to share with you because I am not sure what I saw, and if anybody is out there who knows it or connects with Lyran, then I feel this vision I need to share it out. So what I saw was a month back I started seeing the red rose. I work with violet flame, and I started seeing a rose, and then recently this pink moon, strawberry full moon in Sagittarius came. So we were invited for a ceremony, a temple ceremony for galactic people. I had no idea, but I just jumped in because anything spiritual, I just want to try. So when I went for the ceremony, the high priestess there, she worked with violet flame. So that was a synchronicity for me. And in the with the ceremony and then meditation, what happened is I saw um, a Lyran cat face with a violet pendant and a rose engraved inside that pendant. So I'm not sure whether it was me or somebody else, but I saw this pendant on. I feel that it was on me. So I got really confused because I've been working with the violet flame, and I was like, so what is with the rose? I know rose is the it's connected to Mary Magdalene's teachings for the divine feminine womb healing and clearing the womb trauma and then all the wounds that has been collected from generation. Now what happens is I'm still not clear. So 2 episodes back, there was a message from Mother Mary, and I was writing, and after writing, when I read it, there it was written that um, you don't have, because I was wondering whether I'm a priestess, high priestess, and if I'm working with violet, then why the rose, and what am I supposed to do with that? So I feel that, and then in that journal that I have shared with you guys, the message came that you don't have to necessarily be a priest or priestess, right? So you can work with anyone you want, keep up your intention and keep working, and you don't necessarily have to be the priest or priestess. Now what happens is after this ceremony and everything, so now I've seen the rose and understood that I don't have to be a priestess. Now what happens is yesterday I was doing my violet light meditation. Oh no, sorry, I recent yesterday's episode, when pick a word, I felt connected to white light, and I usually do not work with white light, but the pick a card reading was Archangel Gabriel. Again, was to it said the card said work with the white light, so I got called to it. So I did a white light meditation, and then yesterday when I was doing a white light meditation, now this vision, because being a clairvoyant, we are not supposed to put logic, and clearly logic and this world never worked for me. So now when the visions keep coming, because since childhood I have been a very heavy daydreamer, so now once I know who I am, I do not question the visions I keep happening. So even in the meditations, when things come up, I do not question them. So I am just sharing the vision. I don't know if it's going to resonate with you or not. So you can move forward if you want to. Now I see a white rose opening, and then on top of it, those crystal uh, shimmery lights, they're falling on the rose, and this rose expands, the white rose, and then these light rays are getting absorbed and they're moving down the stem. The stem is lush green, and I can see from inside, you can see the shine, and they are moving down to the roots, and now the roots have turned white. Okay, and soon I zoom out of it, and it's like I'm zooming out of an eye, and there's a huge blank space, and there in between a beautiful pink rose emerges, and it opens up again. And after that, I don't know what happened, but then there were a few other things, but I'm just describing the part that collects to this Lyran story that I'm sharing with you, the vision basically. So what happens after this is that I sit with my journal, and I'm feeling a lot of connection to my grandmother, my father's mother. So I wrote the journal. So that's what I'm going to share with you in some time. I'm just sharing certain parts of it. Now what happens is I go to sleep. So I'm not properly like I'm not in deep sleep or something. And all of a sudden, again, when my eyes are closed, uh, what I what I see is this female Lyran face, extremely fierce, strong. She's a leader, yet she's very calm. serene, and she looks very knowledgeable and wise. And she's not saying anything, but her aura and her energy, the radiation, it's so strong. Like, I all of a sudden just felt really grounded in that vision. And she then I what I see is that she's wearing a hood, and it's red in color, and around her neck there is a pendant, so it's falling on her chest, and it's a huge red heart. And I feel that stone was diamond. It's a red heart shaped pendant, and she's standing there. Now I wake up, like, I see the vision, and then entire night I'm wondering who she is. I wake up today morning, and then again I'm thinking. All of a sudden I see that, I just feel uh, that, like, she's standing in some place, and it feels like it's a temple, but I couldn't clearly see the temple. So this vision, like from seeing the eye to know some face and realizing it's a lion face, to today clearly seeing a female lion, sensing her energies, the pendant and the hood. So if this entire vision to come out so clearly has taken months for me, and I feel the sense of that some eye is watching me started happening to me 3 years back. So I'm not sure, like, from there I should take it from that point of origin, or from where I clearly started seeing the eye. But I'm saying that it took a lot of time to get this clear vision. So now who she is, or whether behind her back it's a temple or not, I'm not sure. But let's see what happens, because I clearly know that I work from day to day. I have no future plans at all. So what happens is I get up in the morning, and then whatever comes up, I just put it out there in the meditation. Being a clairvoyant, this has worked out very well for me. So I just do that, and I truly connect that, I keep seeing myself in this. I truly see my face like the one in this picture with the white dress, and she's always with her hands up. I feel that I in privacy, I usually do that to the sky. I look up at the sky and I'm like, what is my purpose? I know some, but there's an entire journey, and everybody has it, and everybody is at the journey of healing. I told my story where I was totally zero worth. Like, I felt so unworthy, very, very, very low self-esteem, not confident at all, couldn't speak up for myself, never learned to say a no to anybody. So you can understand how much trouble, humiliation, and so much of confusion. My family really thought, like, what is wrong with her? Like, they want to go right, I want to go left. It was like that, and they still find it really hard. But once you start finding your worth and who you are, when you start collecting that these are the thoughts and beliefs, and then it takes time to express, but once you start expressing the truth, you are getting more in alignment with your higher self and your soul. So basically, when you stand in your true self, authentic self, you are aligning with your soul and the mission, the divine mission that you have chosen for this planet. That's why you really need to express your truth. I have learned it a very hard way, and I have slowly started expressing. Okay, so this message was only for Lyrans, and if you've come so far, I really want to say that I think you're a Lyran, and because words are very powerful. Pictures are more powerful than words maybe, but I work with words, so I know words are more powerful, and pictures, I use them too, so they are very powerful. But when you listen, it kind of creates a swirl inside. It's like a tornado inside your soul that it will tell you, oh yes, 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 it's me. So it resonates. So even if your outer self does not know, your inner self will always know. So today's journaling is for light workers. uh, any soul can hear that, but I feel there's a special message for light workers here because once I started writing and then when I stopped and read it again, so I felt it was mainly for the light workers, that the female ancestors want to say something. So this is a collective message for the from the divine feminine side. Okay, so female ancestor or a grandmother. Let's start with it. Okay, maybe I interpret certain things in between, so please be patient. All right, let's begin. Honored I am that you took birth in our family. My elders, I, and the entire generation has been waiting for you to reach out and connect to your roots. As I, along with other women for centuries, have been trapped in the cycles of dependency, crisis, and scarcity of love, appreciation, and kindness from the masculine. It's not that they never loved us, but their own separated paths bled and caused them pain, creating anger, ego, controlling, and competitive patterns of karma. They were easily triggered by the others. The outer world judged them, criticized them, and made them feel less, and they in turn made the feminine feel less. I mean, I think everybody must have seen that even though the male members in the families, they are really loving towards their partners, but there are times, sometimes people from the outside start making fun and it just triggers them, and in the heat of the moment they just lose their cool because they don't know how to react to them, so they come back to their partners or other close female members in the family, and they just burst out and they apologize, like they feel really bad about it later. Like in my father's case, I always saw he he was like a anger bomb. Okay, and when he would scream, I still remember running to my room, closing the door, then going into the bathroom, then closing the door, and then removing the shower curtain, and then closing the shower curtain and sitting in the tub with ears closed because he was so loud. And after doing that, it was just a minute or so, but after that he felt so guilty, and then he would be like entire day, then he would be sitting with a very sad face, so which was like, oh gosh. So yeah, at times, it- it's like it's just a moment of heat, and then you see the guilt in them. So at least I saw this in my father's case, and I really felt bad for him. So it was very quickly I realized it's not his anger, but it's something else. But I couldn't realize what that something else was until I grew up and I started on this journey, that I realized that he was also going through some emotional pain, and they are taught to be like, we see them as super, our heroes. But before I feel that once he started sharing, he had reached his 60s when he started sharing his journey of his good and bad. And at least for me, from a hero, he became a superhero because I was going through so much, but every time he was portrayed as Mr. Perfect. Everybody, whether it's office, whether it's family. So I always thought, oh my God, I am always the odd one. It's all my fault. And I kept taking the blame and guilt and so many things together, right? So I was really happy that he shared, and I found that from hero he turned to my superhero. All right. So if you have some stories like this, maybe if you haven't seen the other side, my point here is perspective. if you haven't seen the other side of them, then I feel it's the message that maybe you're angry with them about something. It can be your father, your husband, your own son, or great grandfathers, whoever, and sometimes even women, ancestors who are women. They must have done bad things, but maybe they themselves were wounded within. And that's the reason. I mean, if you are acting from a space of love within, you're flowing in that love, then you have love, nothing else but love. So that means something else was there that was not connected, and maybe we did not see that. So I feel here the message is perspective. Shift your vision to see what's behind the mask and make the flow. All right. The collective divine feminine energies have been affected and wounded as more and more light workers help clear the karmic debris of generations. The womb and the wounded shall heal for many souls past, still here, and future souls to come. Okay, I really need to say a few things here. Firstly, light workers, all the people who connect with this term, they have chosen the families. I'm saying this again and again. I'll repeat it again. They have chosen families that have collected generations of, generational karma, and it's moving from one generation to another, and now you can see the effects. Like there will be few of the signs would be that there is less growth in the family. Like you see around, everybody is growing in their families, and in your family, growth wise, whether it's personal, marriage, job, money, you feel that there's a stagnation. Very little you move, or you do not move at all. And even at times when you move two steps ahead in some area, and then again you're pulled down. These are the stuck energies, and light workers, they have not chosen their soul families to incarnate. So they have chosen such families which have generations of karmas, the debris is there. And whether your loved ones from the family has passed on, or they're currently in the family, or the souls that will be coming in future to your family, timelines are already there, set in divine order. You don't know which soul is going to come, but it's already decided, all right? And before the soul comes here, she also starts mingling with the family of sometimes, before even entering the womb. So we might see future, or they are gone and they're no more here, but in soul form they are always with us. So they are still carrying those energies, and once a light worker starts clearing, things start to change. For one light worker is not just healing the current, but past and the future timelines with clearing of dense energies, and for so many at large. The collective energy of wounded feminine will start to heal quickly. This will help them find their true authentic self and power. Now, new Aquarius age is all about the rise of divine feminine. We have seen that masculine nature, it's really on top, suppressing everything that's coming in their way. The balance needs to come. So new Aquarius age is about the rise of the divine feminine and realizing her true power and expressing her authentic self. This will release the true potential of love, creation, and birthing new worlds for the future from individual to collective level. So see all the feminine energies, love, creation, feminine energy, births. So in your sacral chakra, your creativity is stored. The sacral chakra is 2 inches below your belly button, And that's where all your sexuality, creativity, creation of new life, and the womb, that's also called the womb chakra, and that's where all the karma, the uh, whatever the feminine has gone through, it's stored there in the womb from generation after generation. So it is blocked, it needs to be opened up. As feminine rises, the masculine too shall heal. With their increased light, the mother always embraces and only has love to give. As more love and light enters the feminine collective and heals and relaxes, she will regain her broken spirits, having more patience and strength for self-compassion and self-care. With her new filled cup, she will heal the masculine at every level and fill his cup too with nurturing, care, tenderness, and love. When both start to heal at mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual level, the pendulum of energy will start to balance itself and come to the center, opening energy portals to higher dimensions, bringing forward 5D energies of love and light. This will be the start to the ending of 3D and beginning of 5D. So as I said, even the masculine is wounded and feminine has been wounded a little more. And now it's just like when we go to the hospital when we are truly sick and then the doctor says we need to rest for some time. How do we feel after taking medication and rest and everything? We feel really good, right? So in the same way, both sides need to heal. And new Aquarius age being about divine feminine, when the feminine actually starts to realize her power and starts clearing all the karmic debris, that the emotional energies that are stuck there, it will open spaces for bringing in new creativity, new worlds, new life. All right, the sexual energy is for creation, and if you're not alive, you do not feel, alive, then you can understand the kind of energy you're releasing at every level, not just physical but mental, emotional, and you do not feel the connection to the divine. The connection is always there, but it's kind of broken for you because you are not in alignment that we are part of something grand. So, as we heal, we rejuvenate, self compassion, start practicing self compassion, love, care. You'll see the pendulum. It moves from left to right. So sometimes it's feminine side, and now for thousands and thousands of years it was masculine. But now it needs to come in balance. And when the balance comes, we open portals to bring in the golden energies and the golden world, that is love and light. So I hope this message, whoever found a connection to it, helped you. Do let me know. I really like to read your messages. It's really beautiful. I mean, it took me really long to come out and express. As I stated this before, but it was really like, what am I even doing? Why am I even, going and doing something like this? It felt stupid to me that I will only, because uh, a part of being feeling, the feelings of unworthiness all my life was that I was continuously made fun of because I just couldn't adjust into the world. So every time they would call me dumbhead or things like tube light in the 80s 90s. It was a light that it took a couple of seconds to burn, to get the electricity to come in that light. So it was tube shaped, and I was continuously called these things. So you can understand how tough it was. Like, it's like going out and making more fun of yourself. So when you write to me, I really get the sense that, finally I'm serving my purpose and it's helping other souls. All right, now moving on to next word for today. Remember, wherever you feel the pull, you have to do that. And obviously, I'm not going to come and check, but it's for you, for your soul to do something for yourself. Blast your light. Call Mike. Okay, I don't know this. Water meditation. Make love bombs, not hate bombs. Take care of a loved one. Light a green candle and heal. Look out your window. Hide. Surprise. Bless your soul. Talk to a bird. Cycle. Dive. Alright, I hope you have chosen your word for today. I'll move on to the third part. And third part, after writing and picking the words, I usually do the third part once I have edited every slide and page. That's when I pick the deck. So let's go there. Alright, so today's card is from the Archangel deck. Let's see. Archangel Bobki. Okay, it is time to fly. Listen to your intuition. Do you see the birds around him? So I picked the card later, and this is again like a synchronicity for me. Birds birds are basically like a bridge, the communication bridge, just like we are. It's helping you. So when the message was talk to a bird in the last slide. So talk to a bird. You might think what you're doing, but they are listening. And where they take the message, you never know. Do you see the hummingbird? Hummingbirds are sign of a loved one around you. And then you see the peacock feathers on Archangel. Peacock feathers represent your spirituality. And see, I told you, green light, green, burn a green candle. So green emerald is for healing. So for healing, it's related to Mother Mary and Archangel Raphael. So green is for healing. Okay, whichever energy or ray you're working with, if you need healing or you're about like people when you do shadow work and you start feeling that something really bad is going to come out and you're going to judge yourself, quickly call in the green emerald light or ray and just surround yourself, because when the bad parts start coming out, the junk, that the bad, dirty, gooey thing starts coming out from your energy, it really makes you feel a little bad. Truly, it does. So it helps you. And then white is for purity, innocence. The more pure your intentions are, the energy is going to be really clear, just like laser. And your emotions, when they are clear, pure, like innocent child, the thoughts that you're creating in your head, like Wi-Fi signal, they are sent out into the universe. So even a second of doubt, even a second of worry, and you are the connection is not clear. That's why pure innocent intentions, clarity is again and again said in angels and archangel readings, that clarity and your clearing the energy. So the more clear you are and the more pure intentions you carry, more quickly you start aligning to what you want to manifest. So clearly it is time to fly. Listen to your intuition. All right, so we come to an end. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And as I have said 2 times, why I love reading your comments. So I encourage you to leave something for me so that I know it's helping you and it's resonating with you. All right. So I end the show. Lots of love and light from Princess Starlight. And before I finally end, I would like to expressing my eternal gratefulness to my protectors, Archangel Michael and Hanumanji. Alright, so now finally the show has ended. Bye, lots of love, take care.